I don't know how many companies are going to find this useful yet.
Yeah.
I have,
Yeah.
and people would say, well, you're on the cutting edge, you work in a dev shop, etc. You're you're happy to manage a Linux server and all that sort of stuff, and I am, and that's true. But you can bet they're working on this,
Yeah.
and it kind of reminds me of the old PayPal days. You remember how, in e-commerce in the early 2010s, PayPal sponsored everything.
Yes.
It sponsored Magento, before they
Right.
bought
Yeah, its name
Magento.
was everywhere. The brand was everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the reason was because they knew that if they could expand e-commerce, they could expand PayPal revenue and
Hmm.
profits, right? And
Right.
so for them, it was all about partnerships and sponsoring. Let's get as many people out there doing e-commerce as we can by making it easy by sponsoring events and sponsoring developers and even paying for some development on whether it was Magento or
Right.
WooCommerce, etc. They didn't care. Like they were just
Right.
out there promoting it,
Yeah.
and I think it's going to be the same way with Anthropic and OpenAI, assuming OpenAI survives all of its challenges that it has right now. But
Yeah.
OpenAI and and Grok, the other players in here, they want you. Sam Altman said it really well. Like I just want to become like the token provider, and we're
Mm.
gonna do that. We're gonna you'll have a token meter in your company, and we'll just like interface with your
Interesting.
AIs,
Like a
right?
utility, just a
And sell you
commodity
tokens.
utility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, thank you for showing it to us, Paul. I think it's fascinating. I think if nothing else, it is an indication of, and sure, the Linux server stuff and all that is where it is today.
right.
But this idea of virtual companies that are structured,
Mm-hmm.
in a way that you can understand, and there's different agents doing different roles and different specializations. I think that's the interface and how you actually put those things together,
Yeah.
right, will move quickly. I think beyond requiring
Yeah.
the technical, expertise that you have, but but it's certainly a glimpse, I think, into what the future of what the future of commerce of just business is going to look like.
Yeah, I think 2026 is the year of agentic AI and agents.
Yeah.
And we're kind of at the beginning of that now. There's been a lot of focus on, OpenClaw and some of these others. But the reality is, there's a lot of other agentic work going out there. And it's already being used. And, companies are already starting to see some benefits, including you. You're using Claude Cowork, which is
Yeah.
like your
No,
personal agent.
and we had this discussion, recently, is the way I do work since Claude. It was really Claude Cowork, but there were a few other things that eased me into it. But the way I work now is, even versus 90 days ago, even 60 days ago, is just completely changed.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit discombobulating, right? It's bewildering in a way that I go, wow, all these things I can do, and uncovering some of the other tools like what you've got here with Paperclip and how I can deploy those rather than doing it a manual way or trying to put things together myself.
Right.
That's overwhelming, is trying to keep up with those new things.
Mm-hmm.
And then the big thing lately has just been the token usage. It's like, I mean, if you're a power user, or you're unleashing an organization where you've got a couple really innovative people who are using this stuff, you get the CFO's attention, and that's got to be addressed.
Yeah, and we've learned to become a little, we've learned to introduce some ways to reduce the number of tokens you're using on the development side. I think that's going to hit the business side pretty quickly. And it's in the best interest of the LLM, what we're calling now the frontier models. As of 2 weeks ago, we started using that. The frontier models are really the ones that are selling tokens, but at the same time, they've got to make it affordable for people and companies to use, or nobody's going to use their stuff. And I'm sure they're having those conversations, right?
Right.
They're smart business people. So that's Paperclip, Christian.
Very good. Thank you, Paul. Paperclip, it looks amazing.
And I'll let you know when we hire our first teenagers to work on lemonade stands.
Okay. All right. I'm going to reconsider my investment after that demo.
Absolutely.
Take care.
All right.